Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name's Chris and it's fantastic to have you back with us for another video. And in today's video, just going to pose the question, is crypto doomed? Is this pain ever going to stop? We're going to dig into Celsius and we're going to dig into regulations and all this stuff that could potentially be good, or could it be really bad for crypto? Do let me know what your thoughts and opinions are in the comments below. If you enjoy this sort of content, mash up that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video. Right, let's get down to the desktop. So we're going to start on coin market cap, and we're down for the total market cap of crypto. We're down 3.79% in the last 24 hours. Now, I have been saying to you that previous pump, looked like it was really just a fake out, and lots of people were going to FOMO in and potentially lose a fair chunk of change, and that's why we keep saying to you that we expect lower lows and to not FOMO in and utilize technical analysis and Elliott wave theory. Obviously, we're not financial advisors, but we can articulate what we see in the space, and we can encourage you to go and do your own research and utilize these tools to make the most of your fiat. And that's what we've been doing, and hopefully you guys are benefiting from that. But we're now at a total market cap of 897.48 billion, and I still think we've got further lows to come, so just be patient. I think patience is the key in these bear markets and crypto winters and this side of things. This is the perfect time to be massively engaged and focused on getting the best deals possible. So make sure you utilize all the tools that are available. Jump in our Discord, link is in the description. It's free to join. Well over 3,500 people chatting about crypto 24/7 now. So yeah, do jump in there, and we've got a fantastic team that support us, support you. So Bitcoin is at 20,424.29, down 3.90%. And it's looking really, really brutal. But the thing that I really want to talk about is Celsius. It looks like previous investors, and I'm not talking about you and I, retail investors. I'm talking about the big guns, the big players in this world that have already, I guess, invested in Celsius network. They're not really looking to bail them out. They're not really willing to part with any additional capital to support Celsius. And that is alarming to me. Obviously, I've got 10% of my crypto assets in Celsius, and so have some of our team and many of our community. And this is really scary for many people in the space right now. I thought out of a lot of these lending platforms that were struggling, Celsius was going to be one that was more of a solid, going to be able to survive kind of play. Right now, risk management is so important in this space. There's a reason why there's only 10% of my portfolio in Celsius, for this very reason. I never invest more than 10% in any platform that is centralized. Most of my assets are on a Ledger Nano X or an S. I've got the pair. But if you're interested in a hardware wallet, you own the keys, you have custody of your crypto, and it's very, very low risk that anything could possibly happen, because without the ledger, you can't actually take anything off the wallet, right? So do check that out. There's a link in the description. Always get it direct from the manufacturer, because you don't want to get it off of somewhere like eBay or a secondhand one, because it might have been tampered with. So yeah, just really concerning. What are your thoughts on Celsius? I think this would be really, really bad. Obviously, compounds the issue with everything that happened with Terra Luna, can't get my words out today, and various others that are going under at the moment. And there's projects that you think are really, really good. That we've seen one recently that we've talked about a few times. Cease to exist, right? And this happens in this space. This is why I'm talking about like bad actors in the space. I'm highlighting projects like 𝗕𝗪𝗂, for example, that we've talked about, and we've seen changes happen that are not positive. So we've moved away from it. We're always going to flag these things because we want you to be safe in the space, and not all the time are you going to be able to get out of some of these in time, right? We highlighted the Celsius 24 hours before they locked off withdrawals. We were trying to obviously highlight this to people so they could get their money off of Celsius. But even including myself, I didn't. I had 24-hour wait time to be able to update my wallet address to remove the assets. And by the time that happened, withdrawals will shut. So just make sure you're utilizing I guess the video content from not just ourselves but others in the space. Make sure that you're heavily engaged, because this is the time where you can lose all your money or some of your money. You just make sure you're utilizing risk management. If you want to find out more, jump in our Discord, become a member on Patreon, links are in the description. The other thing here, $1 trillion crypto collapse sparks flurry of US lawsuits. Who's to blame? Obviously they're highlighting Kim Kardashian, Floyd Mayweather. I'm surprised they haven't mentioned Jake Paul and Logan Paul and all of those numpties, because at the end of the day they've all been involved in lots of NFT rug pulls and scammy projects and poorly run projects. So obviously just my opinion. And I think all of this stuff is generally really, really bad for the adoption of cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. Celsius goes under, more lawsuits. I think that sort of ushers in an awful lot more regulation. And my concern here is that the regulation might not be positive, and it might be more enforcement action rather than harboring the adoption of this fantastic technology, blockchain technology. So I'm a little bit concerned that with all this stuff happening, that these governments might seize control, and that the regulations might not be as positive perhaps they would be if people acted and behave better in this space. I see in some of these rug pulls and the poorly managed or the poorly management, the poor management, can't get my words out, the poor management of the lending platforms is a prime example. I just think that all of this stuff is leading to something that is not great for adoption of this space and not great for retail investors. So I guess the point that I want to make is I kind of feel like retail investors over the last few years have come on leaps and bounds with their understanding of the market and how corrupt it is. And I think there's still steps to be made around risk management, portfolio management, and these aspects of things that people need to take a little bit more seriously. And I think these events are starting to support people with those learning processes that need to happen. But I still feel there's a long way to go. It's just my opinion. I'm really interested to get your views and opinions on it. But former SEC lawyer sees more crypto regulations after the Celsius network fiasco is how I would describe it. And I think this is the stuff that we've got to be concerned about, and the stuff that I think is going to be coming to fruition. And I question you guys and girls, is this going to be good or really bad for cryptocurrency? Ultimately, we're here early. We know it's the wild west. We know there's a lot of corruption, but it's one of those things. I feel like we've got a really important role to play as retail investors, to demonstrate that actually we understand the markets. We're good at investing, and we've got all of the right behaviors in order to be able to do well in an investment environment. Otherwise, we risk everything becoming securities, and it becoming very, very difficult for your average Joe to invest in cryptocurrency. Really interested to get your views and opinions. Although I have all of these concerns, I really do think that crypto is going nowhere. The pullbacks in the market are more of a financial landscape concern or issue heading into a recession, more than just a crypto massive pullback and cryptos going to zero kind of scenario. Just to be aware, you know, other markets, financial markets are struggling as well and pulling back like to huge levels that we don't normally see. And I think that needs to be taken into account when we look at cryptocurrency. Fantastic opportunities ahead. Make sure that you're keeping an eye on the teams and the roadmaps of the projects you're invested in. Make sure that you're holding the teams accountable for the goals and aspirations that they've set out, and you know, let's make sure that they're aligned to those and they don't deviate away from those, because these are the times where teams will go quiet, walk off into the shadows, never to be seen again. And we've got to make sure that, you know, we're on top of our portfolios as retail investors. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Mash up that like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video. And I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.